Ready?
I am.
Okay. Good morning.
Good morning.
So this is Susan Kirk. Hi, Susan.
Hi.
So Susan is actually doing a FaceTime video with me from where are you at here? Illinois, Forston, Illinois. And whereabouts is that in the state of Illinois?
It's probably 40 miles from the Wisconsin border, so northern Illinois.
Northern Illinois. Okay. So you're probably 2,000 plus miles away from me.
Yes, more
I,
so.
I would guess. Okay, great. Okay. And so, how did you hear about me originally?
I saw you on an interview that Lisa Gard did concerning thyroid issues.
Ah, okay, all right. And you've been having thyroid issues for how long?
Well, I didn't know what was going
Oh,
on,
okay.
and some of the symptoms seemed like thyroid, and I felt that you had a really good handle on diagnosing the situations, and that's what impressed me
Oh,
about your interview.
okay. And so, what kinds of symptoms were you experiencing? I'm sure a lot of people can relate to this.
Um, well, one of the biggest was that I had gained about 35 pounds in a couple of years, not really eating any differently than normal,
Okay.
which I'd held the same weight for a long time. A great deal of fatigue. I was taking a couple of naps a day and promising myself more. The brain fog, just things that couldn't remember anything and couldn't connect the dots anymore. And I was feeling like I was losing my ability to fight off colds and flus, and I just knew that I wasn't feeling well. My stomach was upset, had a lot of gastrointestinal issues.
Okay. And you also mentioned that you were having some lack of motivation, depressive type issues.
Oh, yeah, I mean, by the time you've got all the issues we just talked about, I think depression and lack of motivation are a given.
Right, right. And then you also mentioned you had inability to stay asleep. You would wake up several times throughout the night.
Yeah.
Right.
Hmm.
Okay. And so you saw this interview with Lisa Garr and you decided to contact me. I mean, that must have been a little weird contacting somebody from 2,000 miles away you never met before. You meet them on the internet. I mean, what kind of, I guess, trepidations did you have?
Well, I sort of talked myself out of it a number of times, and then I finally made an appointment to do a consultation with you. And then, oh, excuse me, that's my phone. I'm just going to sort of hang it up. Um, anyway, I made an appointment to do a consultation with you, and at that point, your office staff sent me all of the intake surveys, and I did the intake surveys, and then I chickened out
Oh.
and put it on hold. Excuse me, I'm gonna have to put this somewhere else.
Okay.
It's not good for an interview, is it?
We could edit that out.
And your office, the intake interview was excellent. It told me that if you really looked at that, you would be very interested in my well-being. And after a few more months of just feeling really bad, I finally went ahead and made an appointment.
Ah, okay. I didn't know that about the chickening out part.
Oh, yes. Your
Okay.
office staff was excellent.
Oh, great.
They,
Okay.
because I had already paid my money, and they just basically said, no, we'll just take it off your card, call us when you're ready, and they were very, very professional.
Oh, great. Great. Okay. And had you seen other practitioners for your condition as well in the past?
Well, I saw a naturopath a few years ago, and she gave me a lot of supplements, but really, compared to what you and I have been through, she addressed nothing.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But no allotropic medicine, nothing like that.
Okay. All right. And so you started with me about early April, and here we are in the first part of September, so roughly 5 months now. And so if you were to give me an average of the percentage of improvement you've made, what would you get that average at?
I would say 75%.
75%. Okay. And you've been having this issue, this condition for how long?
Well, you don't really know if you haven't been doctoring, but I would say based on the I would say with the adrenals, it would have had to have been, oh, I'll bet you 10 years.
10 years or more. So within 5 months, you made about 75% improvement on a condition you had for about 10 years.
I'd say so.
I mean, when you look at those numbers like that, that's really, really good improvement in that really relatively short period of time. Now, are there still some things we need to work on? I mean, you're obviously not 100%, so what's the 25%?
Well, the 25% is all in one percentage, and that is brain fog.
Brain fog. Okay.
And so that's kind of the area that I think possibly we're going to be focusing on, but who knows?
Right, right. But all these other areas, so, I mean, tell me what your day is like now compared to what it was before as far as how you feel.
Well, I thought about that yesterday because I worked on my feet for steadily 15 hours. I was canning vegetable produce and making salsa and on my feet for 15 hours. And it was a normal day for me. And I could not have done that if in the state I was in January. I could not have done that.
Wow. Yeah, and this is manual labor. This isn't office work like we do here in
Oh.
LA. You're on a farm. You're farming your own produce. This is manual labor that you're doing, and I mean that's really great that you're able to have that kind of energy and stamina to do something like that.
Right, because it's my quality of life. Gardening and eating good food is my quality of life. So not to be able to do that was a great sacrifice.
Yeah, good for you. Well, you're 75% way there. Great. So, what would you tell other people who are watching this and they're a little hesitant about contacting somebody over the internet and doing some therapies, long distance?
Well, I have told two of my sisters this because they're experiencing the similar symptoms. One of them is my twin sister, and she has watched my progress very closely. And I tell people that the only thing we have between us and one foot in the grave is our health.
Right.
And it's this, I'm 66 years old, so there aren't a whole lot of second and third and fourth chances that I get to get my health built up. And this seems to be at a point where I've known a lot of my older friends to have gone downhill at about 65 years old, and they just start downhill.
Wow.
So yes, I would like everyone to pay attention to their health, but I I have told my friends who are in their 60s and 70s that you really don't have any choice.
Right. Right. Great. Congratulations, Susan. Thank you so much for doing this. And I'm telling you, other people are thanking you for doing something like this and putting yourself out there like that and telling your story because people need to hear that. They need to hear that you can get better despite how many failed other opportunities, other doctors have had with people. You still can get better.
Oh, thank you very much, doctor.
All right. Thank you.